What's going on, people? I think I have a tool problem. So I bought a new toolbox for work, and I brought my old one, which is a Cornwall, the red one. This one will stay in here. So I don't know, the mechanics watching me. So this toolbox I had it for a very long time when I worked for Inland. I bought it, it was up there, then I brought it back up here in the shop, and since then it was staying. So the UPS, the place I work, were very limited on room. So I couldn't really take this toolbox up there because it's kind of heavy and it's pain in the ass to move it. So I bought this one as a used one. It's Cornwall, I don't remember what I paid for it, $600 or something like that, with drawers, everything works. Then I bought a snap-on with a slide out top. It slides out, that's what I wanted because I need like a sort of tables like to put stuff up there, and then I close at the end of the day. But this toolbox, I will show you guys around why I brought this one, and I had money to offer for it. I had a guy who wanted to buy it and I didn't sell it. So it's kind of a little too much. It's filled pretty bad. So the plan is to transfer the stuff I don't use a lot in here, and the stuff I use a lot, leave it in here. I know, like, because it's easier to roll the little box around than a big one. But the problem is I got so used to it, and I got used to the way it was because it's been like this for, I would say for like 7-8 years the way this toolbox was. So, so this is my socket drawer. Yeah, you name it, I have it. I bought this ones lately for yokes on a semis. This is just a paperwork junk door. Up here I got punches, kind of miscellaneous deal, razor blades, hammers, pry bars. This is my I call them drilling drawer. So it has drill bits, drill, grinders, burrs, big drill bits. And this is like a buffing shit, so that's what I'm aiming to transfer in this red toolbox. And then right after sockets, picks, miscellaneous screwdrivers. It's not supposed to see like how much crap I have, and a lot of it is like you hardly ever use it. But the problem is the one time you're gonna need it and you don't have it. Like the reason I collect old screwdrivers because sometimes you have to bend them just in the right way to get to some place. This is my wrench drawer. So this is your standards. Right there is the metrics, pro foods, zip ties. So it's kind of messy because I literally run out of room to put stuff in. So my pliers, vice grips, needle nose, dikes, files over there, and then I have a removal, all kind of multi-tool, sliding hammer, whatever. Then I have my Allens. I got shorter wrenches. There's a short wrenches, mini wrenches, and then there's punches. The torque wrenches, 3/8 and 1/2 inch. Right here is my Torx, Torque Plus, triple squares. This is a triple square. Crap, I forgot that. I like Cornwall tools. Reason being because they're reasonably priced, but their boxes kind of sucks. Air hammer, snap ring pliers. There's what do they call it? Brake lines. And this one, I got swivel sockets, which I don't use a lot. They can go into this red toolbox, and all these big sockets can go right here too. Then I got some dies and air impact, which I hardly ever use. And then I have this tool. I probably could record the video on. So this buddy of mine, when we work for Inland, this is separate. So this goes in and out. So you can spread apart something, or you can tie it together. It's like a multi-tool. It looks goofy as hell. It's kind of home-built tool, but it's really handy to have if you work on an excavator undercarriage. At least it works for me. Then I got a training covers. There's some more sockets. There's a couple punches, whatever. And like this stuff, 3/4 impact, which I don't use. And then this drawer, I got all my big wrenches, so it goes up to 2-inch. This is 1 7/8, and then I got my oil filter wrenches. There's one more hammer. Some of the cat parts here. There's vice grips. This is my electrical junk drawer, which I have electrical tape, wires, probe wires, and I have a multi-tool sitting over here too, but I give it to my wife's uncle. This is the fittings, and then the torch, and then the shrink. Speaking of that, this is the best shrinks ever. So if you don't know what it is, that part right there is a solder. So when you put two wires together, it just melts them together. Works really good. Then I have my feeler gauge when I run an overhead, and that's basically it. So, and then that's what it looks like on the top. So now, after when you see what's going on in the toolbox, is probably you understand why I gotta have this one. So once again, I want to transfer everything over whatever I don't use to put it over here, and that way I can use that, put this toolbox right there, and it's not gonna roll. And then I can, geez, that's a big guy. Then I can put my chargers and stuff. I want to put them right here and run an extension cord, and clean this out too to put it over here. And same thing with all my like grease guns, electric impacts, die grinders. Goes right, like you be a charging station on the top, and then some of the tools either gonna stand them up right here or whatever, because it becomes a freaking mess. Like I never can clean this up. There's more sockets. And then when I drove a truck, I actually had a bag with different tools too, which is right here, like just the basic tools, hand wrenches, whatever. And I want to I don't want to throw them away. They're cheaper version, they Pittsburgh. There's some snap-on wrenches, some miscellaneous screwdrivers, but I don't want to throw them away because you never know when you're gonna need them. And kind of transfer them up here, so like reorganize, because there's some tools I still want to buy, but like those jacks, I had to offer another one, different style jacks. I don't want to buy them because I really don't have room to put it in. So like right here in the shop, for example, I collect oils and miscellaneous like bottles, and there's Volkswagen parts, brake lines, there's Peterbilt, there's Caterpillar gaskets, whatever. And right here, I got all my paint supplies. So there's spray gun, that's what I spray with, mask, there's primer, bundle, whatever. And right here's my bolts and nuts, zip ties, grease line, greaser. So it's kind of a mess. Like it's a mess, I know. Like I want to reorganize this because that shelf right there, I don't know if I'm gonna take it home or I actually gonna put it up here and reorganize everything. That way I have everything accessible, because right now I just keep piling and piling and piling. Then I got a turbo. Somebody needs a turbo. Like I said, it kind of gets a little overwhelming at this point in time. And I had a truck came in yesterday for the oil pan gasket. Comes to find out it was a front main seal, and that's a PX9, which is a Packard engine / Cummins. So I washed the engine off, and I thought I'm gonna do that, but apparently I'm not, because it's a front main seal and I don't have an installation tool. So I figure I'm gonna reorganize my stuff before I go to work, which is, we're almost there. So I'm gonna do this toolbox. But if you watch this and you're a mechanic, I don't know, tell me how you reorganize your tools, how many toolboxes you have, and like how to organize them to make them like more accessible. Another thing I run in quite often is I will look for the tool and then I go and end up buying it, and then to come to find out I have it because I have too freaking many. Like from this junk drawer, like right here for the example, I bent this wrench. I don't remember what is it for, but I really needed it, so I bended it. Yeah, this set, This is funny story regarding this. It's some sort of specialty wrenches. I paid $5 for them. I don't think I used them once. So that's all what I got. Thanks for watching all.